As I look back, I not only look back and appreciate our 156 years, but also the 100 years of caring in this location. As we look back, we have a track record of faithfulness, a track record of being willing to step out, as I said earlier, and risk for God, taking on heavy responsibilities and committing ourselves to big tasks and big missions and big ministry. And as I look at the future of this church, God has blessed us with so many opportunities for mission and ministry. As I've said so often to the congregation, we're limited only by our willingness and our faithfulness. With a history of faithfulness and accomplishment, with a sensitivity to the leading spirit of Christ in the present, and with opportunities and challenges before us, I believe that the future of Hixson United Methodist Church is bright, and I look forward in excitement to our future together.
It is no understatement to say that the 1930s were an incredibly difficult time, not only for Chattanooga, but for all of our nation. The effects of the Great Depression were felt in every household, by every family. However, the house of God and the family of Hixson United Methodist Church remained strong. Today we have the pleasure of sharing with you a few testaments from our members who lived through these times. Rebecca O'Neill shares about her family arriving to Hixson for the first time.
So they came on the train with my two older sisters in August 1911, when the cornerstone for the first brick church was laid in 1930. We were there as a family. We all loved the Hixson Methodist Church, which was later named the Hixson United Methodist Church. I think often of our many inspirational services in this church. We had many things to pray for in those days. We did not have city water or electricity or telephones, nor paved roads. But we had the love of God in our hearts. I wish to pay tribute to the fine citizens of this church and to express the appreciation and love of the Jones family for all you have meant to us through the years.
What an incredible feat it was that our church members persevered through these harsh economic conditions. Not only that, but they also managed to accomplish building a new sanctuary, 8 classrooms, and a new kitchen for their ever-growing congregation. The debt acquired by this expansion was embraced as a group effort and was quickly eliminated in 10 short years. However, the faithfulness of God continued to be proclaimed loudly as more and more people were drawn to our church. The Hixson UMC family grew so big that more walls had to be built. Dr. Sam McConnell, the chairman of many of these expansions, shares his thoughts.
And under the leadership of Reverend Cabin and Dr. Roser and several of the rest of us, I was a member of that building committee. And for about $60,000, we built the Roser building.
After that, our church did experience growth, and we needed more Sunday school classes. I believe you were chairman of the committee to build the Hart building.
Yes, Dr. Hart came here in 1961, and under his leadership, we discussed some possible additions of the church. First, most of the members wanted a new sanctuary. And Dr. and Ms. Hart, because of their intense interest with children and youth, felt that if we did the youth building first, it would draw the people in, and then we would get support for a sanctuary later. But during his ministry is when the real impetus took place for a new youth building.
Dr. Sam and I are standing in the fellowship hall of the new sanctuary. Dr. Sam, tell us about the part you played on the building program for this facility.
During the early 70s, it was determined that we were going to need additional facilities. And so under the leadership of Dr. Bacon, Mel White was the chairman of the building committee. We developed a plan whereby we would add to the facilities by building a new sanctuary with a large fellowship hall and kitchen, and additional facilities, restroom, and so forth.
Under the leadership of Dr. McConnell, the Education Wing, the Rosser Building, the Scout Cabin, and finally the Youth Center were all completed and free of debt by the year of 1960. Though the growth of Hixson United Methodist Church did not stop there. Join us for our next video as we discuss the new sanctuary and what God is doing through the current generation of Hixson United Methodist Church.